Hello and welcome to English. Today is session 9, writing your plan box, which we'll go through in just a minute. This here is one of our 12 topics. This is Black Lives Matter, and this is George Floyd, who I believe was killed in Minneapolis last spring. Okay. Our second slide, as always, is blue, our directions. So today we're going to write a plan box. All right, we'll get to that in just a minute. I want you to look at the yellow box here. Just kind of summarize what we've been doing, are doing, and will be doing. Last week, we spent the most of the week getting our 5 sources. This week, we are working on our script. It's going to be in 2 parts, one part today and one part Thursday and Friday. And then next week, we're going to be working on making your video for the documentary with our Google Slides and learning how to use Screencastify. Okay? Right now, today, Tuesday, this is where you should be. You should have your 5 sources, as we mentioned. Okay? We've got our links, our pictures, and our notes for each one. You're going to have to use a lot of pictures when you get to your Google Slides. So it's good to have as many as you can start now. And then yesterday we did our synthesis where we took all this information that we've accumulated on our research and we've narrowed it down or summarized it. We did this with our science topic. I gave you like one box you could use and put horizontal and vertical lines trying to summarize it. The biggest difference for this was we gave you 6 different type charts you could use and pick one that you felt you would want to use to help you. But this is the information here that we're going to share in our documentary. We want it to be about 4 or 5 minutes. So right now, this is where we should be. Okay, so this week, where do we want to go with our script? Well, our script is going to be a 2-part process. The first part today, Tuesday, we're going to develop something called our plan box. And then on Thursday and Friday, we're going to use this plan box to write our script, which is our narration for our video. Our video is going to be 4 to 5 minutes. Okay, you don't have to have your picture like me here. You can hide it, and we'll show you how to do that. But you are going to have to talk through the video for 4 or 5 minutes, and you're going to read from a script as you do this, okay? So the first step doing that today is making our plan box. I'll show you how this is done. Our plan box has 3 sections, okay? The introduction, middle, and conclusion. I've got them over here. And this is very similar to what we did in the fall when we did a plan box on page 38 of our reader's notebook when we wrote our narrative story. I believe we called it the beginning, middle, and end. And this is very, very similar. We have an introduction, middle, and conclusion. Our introduction should be 1 minute max. Our conclusion is 1 minute max. And then in the middle should be 3 to 4 minutes. The part in red here tells you what you should have, and I have that over here. Your introduction, some things you could show are important images. You could play a small clip. You could read a primary source quote from someone who was there. This you want to get people's attention, and it should be brief. The middle should be the majority of your video. It includes major points that you want to make, pictures, videos of the time period, clips of interviews with people, facts that you have, or major events that happen. Okay, this is the meat of your documentary. The last part, the conclusion, should also be only 1 minute max. Here, you want to end with an important image or photograph. You want to give a brief summary of the most important facts, okay? And you can make this short, but you want to make sure, here's what you say is when you ask somebody, what was this about or what do they remember? This is where you want to emphasize that, your topic. What can they remember about your topic? So if you want to repeat something or restate it or summarize it in a sentence or two. Okay, so this is our plan box. All right, so this right here, and you're going to go ahead and write those 3 things here. Now, where do you find to write the information? In here. All right, well, you go back to your synthesis chart. All right, so we're taking the information that we wrote yesterday. Okay, we finish this up, and this is the information we're going to use on our documentary. And then we go over here and we start taking this information and deciding where do we want to put it. Do we want to put it in the introduction, the middle, or the conclusion? So we're basically taking this up and dividing it up to where we want to do it. And I just can't throw it in there. You have to kind of think what's going to be. Is this the important part that you want to have? Is this going to grab somebody's attention in the introduction? Is this going to restate or wrap up what's most important? So some thought has to go into this. It doesn't have to be real detailed, but you're transferring the information from here and putting it in the category that you want to have it in. Okay, now where do you get this chart? Okay, just like yesterday, you go to your documentary nonfiction organizational structures, go to slide 8, copy and paste it, put it right in your writer's notebook after your synthesis box, and use the information in your synthesis box to fill out these 3 columns. Once you get these 3, on Thursday, we're going to be able to go back then, and when we do the introduction, the information you got here is how you use this to help develop your script, the words that you want to use for your narration of your video. Okay, so our homework for today, we've got the sources, we've got the synthesis. Let's do our plan box. So when we're all done, when we're back on Thursday, it should look like this in your writer's notebook starting on page 83. You've got your 5 sources, you've got your synthesis chart, and then you've got your plan box where you've taken this information and you've divided it up into where you want to go, and then we can start working on writing the words and narration that go with our documentary on Thursday. Okay. As always, if you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you for listening, and we look forward. Good luck with your plan box today. Thank you. Bye bye.